Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. I guess I was dividing my time between this book and the work I'm supposed to be doing. Which is interesting and apropos because today we are going to be talking about division and how it ties to multiplication. So, let's get into it. So, our message this morning, or this afternoon, is going to be 12 pennies are shared equally by 4 children. How many pennies per child is that? So the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to look for the important parts of this word problem. So we're going to see, I think 12 pennies is pretty important, and 4 children, because we're dividing them between 4 children. So we're going to highlight those, and we're going to think about that as we move forward. So, because we're splitting them up between 4 children, we're going to put 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes here. And then we're thinking about the other important part, which is 12 pennies. So we're going to count across so that we can evenly divide the pennies between the boxes. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we can stop at 12 because that's all the pennies that we have. So right now we can look at this, and each person has 3. So we could be 3 times 1, 2, 3, 4 equals 12. Or it could be 12 divided by 4 different groups equals 3. 3 times 4 equals 12. And this is another way to look at it. So this one, you're not always going to have a number grid around, but it also does explain pretty well the concept of division. So how many children did we have? We had 1, 2, 3, and 4. And after that 4th one on our number grid, we really kind of want to just draw a line across, because that's our bottom. We don't want to go anywhere below that. Then we're going to count to 12, because that's how many pennies we have. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Now, we want to look across each child's row to find out how many pennies they have. So they have 1, 2, 3 pennies. And really what we just did was we made an array to explain our equation. So we've got 4 down and 3 across. So 4 times 3 equals 12. Alright, moving on. We have our number model here, and we always want to put the unit that we're using. So we have 3 pennies. Okay. I want you to pause right now and see if you can find the important parts of this problem. Hopefully you've had a second to pause and figure out the important parts of this problem. And today we're going to look at it, and this is a really important part. So 20 pennies are shared equally by between 4 children. How many pennies per child is that? So we have 20 pennies, and we're splitting them up between 4 children. So we've still got 4 children, but this time it's going to be 20 pennies. And I want you to stop and see if you can work it through the picture model where you draw out each child and then divide up the 20 pennies. So do that now. Hopefully you've had a second to pause and figure out how to do that with our picture model. Now I'll show you how to do it with our number grid model. So we're going to use the side of our grid again. We're going to count down 1, 2, 3, 4, because we have 4 children, and then we hit our line here across, and then we just count up to 20. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So again, we're going to look across. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pennies for each child. So our number model is going to look like this. 20 divided by 4 equals 5 pennies. Alright, so I want you to pause and see if you can find the important parts and set up the next problem as a picture model. Do that now. Hopefully you've had a second to pause and figure out the important parts. So let's read through the whole question first to find out what we really need. So 21 puppies are shared equally between 3 pens. How many puppies are in each pen? So I know that it's really important to know that we have 21 puppies and they're shared equally between 3 pens. So we're trying to figure out how many puppies are in each pen. So our unit is going to be puppies. So hopefully you had a time to set up the picture model. I'm going to show you how to do it with the number grid. So we have 1, 2, 3 pens. And can you pause and figure out what I'm supposed to do next? Alright, hopefully you've had a second to pause and you found out that my next step is to draw a line right here. So this is going to be the line we hit and move back to the top. And now we count up to 21. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So then we count across to find out how many puppies are in each pen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 puppies in each pen. So our number model is going to look like this. 21 puppies divided by the 3 pens equals 7 puppies. Alright, I want to give you a second to pause and see if you can set up the next problem on your own. Hopefully you've had a second to pause and find the important parts. Our important parts we'll find after we read the whole question, because we want to get through the whole question to make sure we're not leaving anything out. 16 cards are shared equally between 4 players. How many cards does each player get? So, I see that 16 cards is really important. And we're going to have 4 players again. So we have 4 people that we're splitting this up between. I want you to pause and see if you can do our box model where we divide the 16 between the boxes and see if it matches the answer from our number grid model. Hopefully you've had a second to pause. And let's see if your answer matches the answer that we're going to get in our number grid. So, on our number grid, we are going to start along the side again and we're going to count up. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 players, and then we draw that line across the bottom to know where we stop. Then we're going to count up to 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So now we count across one of the rows to find out how many cards each player gets. 1, 2, 3, 4. Each player will get 4 cards. So our number model is going to look like this. We've got 16 cards divided by 4 players, and each player will get 4 cards. Hopefully this little presentation has been helpful to you, and you can go off into the world finding out division word problems to your heart's content. We will see you next time on Mr. Flubstrom's Fantastic Forum.